because they cheated us. This is what Tottenham do. To get a point at the bridge, you have to cheat. Otherwise, they're not getting nothing. Yeah, go on, certified.
Yeah, listening to you, I think, yeah, we can't really blame anyone. I can't lie. Two goals were, I think, were referee's fault, in my opinion. That Cucurella thing shocked me. That should be a red. I do not care, and that should have been a foul. That costed us the game. I don't really care. I'm not even joking. That Cucurella, that should have been a.
Yeah,
Why didn't they not pull that?
he's pulling his hair down. He pulled his hair out to
He
drop
pulled
to
his
the.
hair. Exactly. You
How
can't
can
do that.
and the ref is there? The problem is he's there. The ref, he saw that.
That's the thing that annoys me. It's Anthony Taylor. He has this
Yeah.
bias to get
Certified. I'm gonna blame Jorginho too. Jorginho was caught napping. Jorginho was caught napping. That was why the coach.
No,
had
you
to send
can't,
him out.
Eddie. No, you can't blame Georgino because
He
that was
was
that.
caught napping. He's
No,
always doing that. He
nothing
did
to
that
do
at
with
the
the
first
no,
minute of
no.
the game.
Forget
He got
Cap.
away with it.
Georgino has
He
nothing
was
to do.
in that corner. Because I think for that corner,
Yeah.
Koulibaly had a great game, but I think at that moment, I think he backed off.
Yeah. All right.
I saw
Yeah.
it.
You
Koulibaly
say that
backed off.
at the end of the day, he was offside, clear offside. So you can't blame anyone. James could have been on the post. Koulibaly could have been marking Kane. Yes, but there's no one to, like Tuchel said, there's no one to blame because the goal was offside. Two Tottenham goals, one goals. Do you understand what I'm saying? They cheated us, clear, like they do against Liverpool all the time. VAR never helped. Where was VAR? They didn't even check anything. No, so don't tell me we've been cheated out of 3 points, and I'm sick of it. No players are fault. No one. They had great games. Every single player on that pitch for us. Yeah, go ahead, Adi.
But I can't lie, there are some players that need criticism, like Mount, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Mount.
And I think it's way too overprotected.
Yes, I agree with you there
People
because
need to open his eyes. People need to open their eyes and see Mason Mount. He's not that good as you think he is. Like
yeah,
I'm getting compared to he's upcoming of Xavi. Oh, he's the upcoming of Lampard. No, he's not.
yeah, I
Do you know
agree
what I'm
with
saying?
certified. I agree with you with Mason Mount because I kept telling my son, "Where's Mason Mount? He's not. What's he doing?" And when Gallagher came on and gave him that chance, he should be
Too
scoring.
overprotected.
Not only that, he had a chance before and he missed, and he wasn't in the game. That's what I was saying about Tuchel. Tuchel should have taken him off half time even, or just after half time, take him off, bring Gallagher on, because that guy, Conor Gallagher, is a young, a player which will overtake Mason Mount very soon. He's got quality, he can finish. All right, Mason Mount can finish when he plays good, but he played bad against Everton, he played bad again today. Rhys James improved today, Carl Havertz improved. They showed, what they're made of. But Mason Mount, he was sleeping again, for me. So, yeah. And let's move on to Stavi this year. Stavi, you there? No.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. All right. Your
I'm
take.
here
I'm
listening to your.
I'm very angry now. Anyone say bad things because they don't deserve it.
You need to go inside, mate. You keep
What?
cutting up. Said you need to go inside. You keep cutting up.
Yeah, let me.
Right. Can you hear me now? Just nod yes or no.
You can hear
Right.
you stuff. You can hear you stuff.
Yeah,
Go on, stuff.
let's have it right,
Go on.
okay? Right. There's constant attacks on Mason Mount, right? I'm finding him a bit boring. He does what he's asked to do by Tuchel. He breaks up other teams' play. He was dropping back into the midfield, right? Because at times when we weren't in possession, we went to a 4 at the back and 3-man midfield, right? So he was all over the shop. And he's not playing in a regular position where you can say that he's playing badly, right? Okay, he missed that chance, but at the end of the day, right, there's no getting away from the fact we only had 3 shots on goal, right, and that's the same stuff as last season, right? We're not getting enough shots on goal, and as usual, just like last season, we dominate in the game and we let it slip. Now you can talk about Richarlison being offside, right? But that situation should never have arose, right? Jorginho shouldn't be messing about in the penalty box. Even as kids, Nick, we were taught not to play the ball, right, across the box or mess about in the box with the ball, right? Even as a kid. He had probably his best game in a long time. And then he goes and does that. I even made a decent tackle in the first half where he slid in and he cleared the ball right. But you just don't do that, Nick. Sorry, right? You don't do it. And only 3 that much dominance, and you only have 3 shots on goal. So something's still wrong, isn't it? Still wrong. I'll tell you what, we were lucky, right, that Conte is a bottle job. Because if he'd have played some more of his new signings, we would have been in trouble, right? But Conte was a bottle job. Apart from Ruben Loftus-Cheek, that's the team I picked last night, right? I said Callum Hudson-Odoi.
You said
Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And I said 2-2. Because we didn't go to sleep at the back. Doesn't matter how good our defenders are.
I forgot to congratulate you for the prediction. You got it 2-2. Really, by rights, it was 2-0. These 2 goals, 1 goes, and you know that. So
Nick,
it's 2-0. I don't care.
Nick, we had goals go our way. Right. How far back do you want me to go? I'll go as far back as the 4-2 win against Barcelona, right? Where Carvalho pulls Valdez over, right? And he stood in an offside position as well, and he pulls Valdez down. Swings and roundabouts. If you look at the table for VAR last year, right, we benefited as much as we lost. I honestly thought that VAR was really bad against us, right? But apart from the Carabao Cup, I think that was really bad. The things that Liverpool got away with in that Carabao Cup final, right? But we've had things go our way as well. You win some, you lose some. But with regards to Richarlison being offside, we've had goals like that as well. He's slightly to the side. There's no way, right, that Mendy should be getting beat from distance, low down in the corner. Right? If that was a Kepa, everybody would be destroying him. And
that's what I'm thinking.
Right? Everyone would be destroying him if that was Kepa. Right?
Yeah.
That same thing happened against West Ham away, right? When Bowen put one right in the corner from outside the box. The stupid mistake where he gave the penalty away needlessly, right? He does it time and again. Listen, Kepa's going to leave because the guy wants to play, right? And the way De Gea played yesterday, Kepa's got a chance of getting a shout. So he will leave. Even if he was thinking of staying, he will leave now. So who's coming in? Who's going to come in? We're going to have to buy some old guy and bring him in as a second keeper, because I wouldn't trust Bettinelli, right? I wouldn't trust Bettinelli with a bag of Maltesers. Right? They'll be all over the shop. You've seen the commercials, right? I wouldn't trust Bettinelli. Ultimately, we created just 3 chances, right? 3 shots on goal. It's all, again, teams sit back in numbers, right? Conte came to be negative, which I was expecting. I expected him to be negative and maybe try and hit us on the counter, right? And during the game, he kept changing systems. Tuchel, right? he went from 3 at the back to 4 at the back, and he kept changing it around, right? But when somebody like Jorginho, I don't want to sound like I'm picking Jorginho all the time, but when someone like Jorginho dominates a game, right, you know that the opposition are just sitting there and they're just letting him play the game, right? The first time he gets under pressure, he loses the ball. Whether it was offside with Richarlison or not, he still messed around with the ball and got caught out. He was pressed into a mistake. If he doesn't get pressed into that mistake, there's no debate as to whether Richarlison was offside or not. And every one of the panel, right, including Karen Carney, who's an ex-Chelsea player, said he wasn't offside. They all agreed that Cucurella shouldn't have got the guy who pulled Cucurella down. I can't remember who it was. Right, should have been sent off.
No, I have to disagree there. You should hear. Sooner said that was definitely foul. They all agreed. Carney as well. She said he was offside. That was offside. You can see it clearly. It was in Mendy's eye. Mendy's eyesight. Richarlison. That was offside. And the pair. Wait a minute. Wait. The pulling of Cucurella hair that caused the Kane goal. So, and most of they all agreed on that. But as soon as agreed as well, but they wanted to see up and down game. They don't care if Chelsea don't get the 3 points like we do. That's why Suno said it. He said it in the end. I don't care what the ref got it wrong a bit, but we want to see an entertaining game. But for us, it was clear that these Tottenham 2 goals were fixed. Simple as that. No VAR to check anything. Both goals were not checked.
You can't refer to them as fixed, can you?
Okay.
No, you can voice an opinion or a voice of
even Tuchel. You heard what Tuchel's saying about this against FC.
Well, Tuchel's just the same as Burnley. He's biased.
And he's not biased. That's the right thing for him. No.
Yes, he's biased. Like you are, just like I am. Right? Yeah, of course I would have preferred, right, to have won. Right? And the tackle on Havertz near the halfway line, right, was no worse than some of the tackles Havertz makes. Right? You dish it out, you're going to get it back. And he did play the ball. Right? Yeah, okay. So maybe the goals were a bit suspect or a lot suspect. But we've had goals go our way when we got away with things. Right? And just move on. That ultimately, right, you create more chances, you score more goals, so you don't leave it in the hands of referees and blah. But we don't do that. And we had that for years.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I just want to say let's welcome FT as well. I'll let you all talk in a second. I just want to say because we played well. Put your mics on mute when if you're not talking, please. We played so well. You can see it. We this is what Chelsea's about. All right, we didn't hit hit the ball on target too many times, but it wasn't an easy game. But we were at it from the first minute to the last. We were at it. They got a very late, a late goal, which shouldn't have been allowed, or their first goal they got shouldn't have been allowed by rights. But because they are against us, the Premier League, the FA, this Anthony Taylor, he's the worst referee ever. I've never seen a worse referee. This Anthony Taylor has an agenda against Chelsea, and you know it. Look at him when we played Liverpool. He's done the same again today. Now why you think the crowd was calling him what they were calling him? Because that's what he is. I don't want to say it, but I'm very close to saying it. But when I go to Chelsea and he's there, he's going to be for shock. Because I will do what I done years ago and run on that pitch and make that ref go run for his life. That's what I will do to him. and I'm not joking. So yeah,
Yeah,
You'll go to jail then, won't you? You won't
that's
get away with it now because they've got a new rule, haven't they? Like
uh,
no pit
that, you know,
encroachment.
I would do that. Because come to that now. This referee
Now,
to ref under 8 years, 8 years old game, not a referee in the Premier League. I don't want to. It's just driving me so mad. This. I don't want to swear on here. Anyway, let's welcome FT as well. FT, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Nick.
You
Uh,
know, you can see I'm very
Nick,
angry. I'm very
we
angry.
all are, Nick.
Game that
First of all, I have put in a petition. I've just shared a petition on my Twitter. So go and fill those petitions and give. Uh, it's against Anthony Taylor that he's never going to be a referee for a Chelsea match next time. So go and sign that petition, guys. Whoever is listening and whoever is like on
oh
the
yeah,
podcast right now.
I would do that after the show. He shouldn't be allowed to
Yeah.
ref. It's against us or
No,
every
no,
single.
no. He doesn't know to ref. You know, Nick, from when have you seen football players pulling hairs and playing becoming wrestlers on the pitch, mate? We are not wrestling here, we're playing football. Romero is pulling Cucurella's hair like we are seeing John Cena and Roman Reigns fighting. Okay, maybe first goal, I can agree because Anthony Taylor was not even seeing it. Okay, war is always against us. Yeah, I get it. But Anthony Taylor is seeing that challenge when Romero is pulling Cucurella's hair. And is he blind or what? I don't know because every referee, there's a you have to pass a certain test when you become a referee, and one of the tests are like they check your eyesight, and I don't think he has passed in that test at all because he was bonkers, mate. He couldn't see what was going on, and I think when it comes to Chelsea, he becomes blind always. Yeah, and I'm proud of the boys, mate. What a performance, and I'm
Problem,
proud of Tuchel.
yeah, FT. The problem is he was there. He wasn't far away. He saw it. He's biased against Chelsea. You saw that against Liverpool. How many times he got it wrong? And look, why didn't he ask for VAR help for the offside
No,
decision?
no.
Let's.
I'll tell you, the guy
I
who's
think,
sitting on VAR
I
is a
think
Tottenham fan. You know that?
wait a
Did you
minute.
know that?
They should have checked it at least, but they against us. I know. The whole
You
system
know,
against Chelsea.
the
Yeah.
the guy who was sitting on the VAR, I don't remember his name, but I just got it through one of the tweets. Like he's a Tottenham fan growing up, so I don't know whether that played a part or not. But you know, I don't get this, man. VAR is that to like improve the game, give us like accurate results and accurate we need proper football, and we are not getting that from VAR still. And more than that, I would just like to praise the boys, man. What a performance! Praise Tuchel because he went mad at Conte, and Conte nowhere feels like he was a Chelsea manager. He doesn't have that. He didn't even he didn't have the courtesy to come and visit his fans who loved them at once. I hate.
Is
I don't like.
did you hear what Tuchel said at the end of the match? He goes, "This is they
Yeah,
asked him why what happened with you and Conte." He said, "This is part of being the part of football. We're passionate." He didn't say anything against Conte. Conte done it, to get him going. I could see his lips talking when he was trying to or shaking his hand. He said something to get Tuchel going because Tuchel is not that sort of guy. But Antonio Conte is, and I don't blame him for it. He's a great manager. That's part of being a great manager,
yeah.
and that's a
I I have no problem in that,
that,
Nick.
yeah.
But
Tuchel said it's a passion, and that's it. He told the reporters to stop asking silly questions. This is what football's about. This is how when I used to play. That's how it was.
I
Passion.
understand, Nick. I understand that you're absolutely right. But you are a Chelsea manager when you have history. Even though you're a Tottenham manager, I understand that, and we respect that. But You know, you're coming to a Chelsea game and you're celebrating, and he was the one who provoked it at the first time. He wanted Tuchel, you know, he wanted Tuchel when you saw the replay. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all because, and Tuchel, when he celebrated, I was like, like I loved it. And I'll tell you one more thing, like RLC, Loftus Cheek, I was telling you, I told you guys that we are seeing the Loftus Cheek which we know he can be, and he was so good on the ball. He was so good on the ball. He looked shabby when he started, but when the game moved on, mate, he looked class. You know, there's a reason why Tuchel brought Jorginho off and kept him on because he was running. He was like he looks big, strong, and he that's not his position. To be fair, he's like a CM. He's a midfielder, but he slotted into the right back position. He was always on point. When Reece moved forward, he kept his step back at times. Koulibaly, man, that guy. 35 million for him is a bargain.
And what a
He's
goal,
better than Van Dijk.
goal of the month so far. What a goal, spectacular goal. He nearly done it again. He nearly done a bicycle kick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. So let's go to Adi. Adi, take it over, please. Adi.
All right, guys. All right, guys. It was, let me say, it was a cold-blooded match. The ref was a cheat and a fraud. I've been having this kind of weird feeling since I got his name as the referee of this game. Um, it made me look back since the days of Diego Costa, where um he gets away with officiating bad games. Worst games. The worst thing right now is Conte is gonna be Tuchel is gonna be out for a few matches. It's crazy to me. He's not gonna be with the team. He's gonna be watching uh from the audience times, and which is not cool to me. Nothing is gonna happen to the referee. There should be a sanction, and um as coach gets sanctions for making mistakes, for going out of order, referees should be sanctioned. These people are professionals; they get paid. You don't just make stupid mistakes all in the name of ignorance. This is a career making mistakes. These mistakes can cost us this season. You don't just make mistakes like that. But to me, I'm still gonna blame Jorginho because I don't know. I felt Tuchel had to take him out because it was caught napping. At the first game he did something like that. I think between the third, fifth minute, he lost possession to Son, where they had to track back and try to mark Son. These mistakes keeps happening, even though the goal was considered to be offside or a foul on Havertz. To me, I think the major issue is major issue is Jorginho at that midfield for the first goal. The first goal, he cost the first goal,
So
no doubt. If Jorginho had been more in the game or had cleared that ball out, that goal wouldn't have been scored at the first place. But not too bad. I still feel happy. It's a better performance against last week. Last week the team looked shambled. The team looked fatigued. But this week, the team, it shows that there's gonna be a lot we expect from this team. But I'll still keep saying it. If we had a striker, we could have won that game easily. There are some times there were some crosses getting into the box. Stanley was man marked out of the game. Stanley was not doesn't have that physical presence up there. If we had a good striker at the onset, we could have been 5 goals up because there were some time some crosses was coming in from Loftus Cheek. Today Loftus Cheek was so awesome, was very very awesome. I see Loftus Cheek playing that position more often. I see him playing that position now more often. It's a good game to me. It's a great game to me. We won the game, but this is football, and 90 minutes, it's a game of football, and luck was against our side today. Luck was against our side. What do you think about we getting a striker? I
Yeah.
want you guys
I
to
was
come up on
thinking,
this.
yeah.
Wait, can I speak?
Wait,
Uh,
sort of. I'll put you in sort of for 1 second. Yeah, that's why we're going after Aubameyang. We're talking to him right now. We're trying to get Dijon and we're trying to get Fafana. And we're very, they're in deep talks right now. That's why it's obvious we need a striker, centre forward, not any striker. We need a number 9 who's going to get them goals, when they come over. We crossed the ball how many times, but there was no one there. Rhys James made great crosses today, but no one there to finish them off. That's why we need like a Giroud or Drogba or Costa. If I wish we still had Giroud, but I think Tuchel's regretting that decision to let him go because he would have got a few goals today for sure. Uh, till we get that strike out, we're going to have to battle on. But the team done well, considering with no striker, no centre forward. They done well. We really won the game by rights. We won the game, but this FA Premier League, Anthony Taylor made sure we didn't get 3 points. And I'm really angry about that. I won't stop at that. No, because he's done it too much. We can't take it anymore. Yeah, and we're going to go and sign FT's petition. Yeah, go. Yeah, go.
Or should I? I'm going. Should I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right then. So basically, I wanted to talk about the attack. Yeah, same. I wanted to talk about the attack as well.
Chaps,
I'm talking about the front three.
can you mute the mic, though? Because yeah, go certify go now.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I had background noise.
Scott.
So yeah, I want to talk about the attack. So with the attack, the front three, I really wish that we, like, people are gonna start questioning Sterling now. I don't want people to start questioning having to go at Sterling because he still needs time and people need to understand that. But you need to understand that Sterling needs a striker to play with him. Do you get what I'm saying? And I don't know what striker we're gonna play because we have no striker at the club apart from Broja. Do you get what I'm saying? We keep changing positions. Sterling will play false nine,
Uh,
and then
certify.
I kept seeing Mount playing the false
One
nine. You know what I'm saying?
play. Sav, is it you? Can you put your mic on mute? Someone's got their mic going and they're not talking. Yeah, that's better. Go on, carry on, certify.
Is it my mic?
I don't know. I think it could be someone thing in
yeah,
the
is
back.
your mic satisfied? You
It's
got a
yours.
noise in the background. Probably you should move away from that area. You've got a noise from your background. Okay, Nick, let's go on. Do you
Do you
think
still hear it?
Chelsea
Sorry.
got to satisfy? Yeah, yeah, it's better now.
Oh, it's better. Thank you.
Still background talking in the back.
No, it's still kind of loud. So guys, what do you think about Aubameyang? Do you think we need to pay 20 million euros upward for Aubameyang? Yeah, to me, it doesn't sound. It
How's the
sounds
noise?
risky. Yeah, it's better now. It's better.
All
You
right,
can go
then it
on.
won't happen again. Because my big little sister's playing with the toy. She keeps spamming it, like, you know what I'm saying, and it keeps making those toy noises. But let me talk about this front three. I don't know when this front. I think we should start. We have to start getting goals from the front three more often because this could be end up like a thing where the defenders are getting goals. Do you know what I'm saying? And we can only rely on set pieces to get goals. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes the attack needs to step up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of basically a football club. The attack needs to start producing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand you're playing as a false nine, but then the thing is I know it's not going to be easy because of the way Tuchel plays. It looks like they don't need a striker, but it really does. If you look at it in a sense, because we can't be crossing to 5'8" players and under. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially when Havertz is not up front and he's dropping deep in the midfield. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think we need a number 9 now. But then the thing is, I worry about that as well. I have a PTSD with getting strikers because most of the time when we buy strikers, they're always not the caliber of our play. They're not our system. We really need to scout hard for strikers. Unless we should try to give Brozier a chance. That's what I was saying. Let's try to give Brozier a chance against Leeds. Maybe a game that's like you know what I'm saying, that is not pressure, not full of pressure. You know what I'm saying? I know Leeds is a rivalry with Chelsea, but if you look at it, Leeds are not that hard to beat. You get what I'm saying? So I want Brozier to at least. I want to have a try. I want a try Brozier up front. You know what I'm saying? And people underestimate how good Olivier Giroud was, in my opinion, because this guy was actually elite. Do you get what I'm saying? Out of all the strikers ever since Drogba, you can rely on him to get you 20 goals because this guy was just a clinical finisher. He was a great player. And I can't believe Tuchel let him go because I think he would really suit him, and Raheem Sterling will be doing bits, in my opinion. So yeah, I think the front three. I know we don't have a striker, but the front three need to realize, oh, we don't have a striker. Let's try push ourselves even more. Let's try get some goals because this is the Prem. You need your front man to get you the goals, not the defenders. Do you get what I'm saying? Because defenders scoring you goals is not reliable. Like look at last season, where the start of the season where defenders got their sharpness, they were scoring the goals for us. No wonder why we had a great start. And you know what I'm saying? But then now when they stopped, we looked like we looked shambolic. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. This season and onwards, from the lead, from now, I want the strikers to step up. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't like this thing about overprotecting Mount. When Mount has a bad game, you need to point him out as well. I see so many people on Twitter. Oh, if you haven't got a Mount, you're not proper Chelsea. Bro, it's being real. I don't know it's because if he's English or anything. Because I know we like to do that. We protect the English players too much. And I don't care. On Twitter, if if Mount has a bad game, I'm going to point it out. He was one of our worst attackers going forward. And I'm sorry. This guy should have. He's been overthinking too much when he's in the box and everything. And I know he's going to step up from there on. I know he's still young, and I believe in him. He will improve. But all I'm saying, when he has a bad game, we need to point it out. And Mount is getting away with it too much. That's why he's having these average performances. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm fed up of this thing. Oh, Mason Mount was class today. Don't. Oh, look at the pass he did. Look at that pass. Oh, did you see that moment? This and that. No, because you would not. You've never said that with players who had a bad game. You claim to have a bad game and actually had a great game. You know what I'm saying? And you don't put, oh, look at this pass. You only Mount. You say that. You know what I'm saying? So we need to stop overprotecting Mount. When he has a bad game, we need to point it out. Simple.
That's what I said before, Certify. Mason Mount wasn't there for me today. Again, he was asleep. Havertz and James improved a lot. Every player really played really well. Every single player on the pitch for us except Mason Mount. I say when he's right, I love Mason Mount, but when he's not there, all right. Staff said he was doing a lot of running, closing up, making spaces. That's not all. We know he can do that, but when it comes to to be on target when you should be, you should be scoring at this level. You see, when Conor Gallagher come on, even the 5 minutes he came on for, he was a different player for me. I think Gallagher deserves a chance. Drop Mason Mount for the Leeds game. Bring Gallagher on. I don't want to drop Havertz because he's just coming into form. I think Broja will stay on the bench, but I think he will get more minutes at Leeds. But Gallagher for me has to start and then drop Mount. And just give that guy Conor Gallagher a chance because he's going to overtake Mason Mount one day for me. All right, let's go back to Stav. See what he thinks of what we've been saying. Stav, I'll give it to you now.
As I said earlier on, right, we changed system. We had 2 or 3 systems during the game, depending on whether we were in possession or not, right? And Mount had to fit in to all 3 systems, right? he had to drop back into the midfield and out the midfield when they were coming forward on the few occasions they did. And they did come forward, right? Not as much as they could have, right? And I think you're getting a bit carried away with your expectancies of Mason Mount. Right? He's actually got better figures than Frank Lampard did in his first 3 years at Chelsea. So, and he was involved in the most goals last season, right? But you're still like looking to find ways of criticising him. He's an attacking mid. He's not a winger. He's not a forward, and he's not a striker. He's an attacking mid. And again, I'm going to say what I've said 100 times. The issue is Tuchel and his system. If you're waiting for Tuchel to pick Broja, right, and start Broja up front and let him get 3 or 4 full games in a row, forget it, because he's not going to, right? And if he brings Aubameyang in, he's going to use it. He's going to use him as an interchangeable player, right? With whoever the other two up top are, right? He's still going to carry on playing the same system, right? He doesn't want a normal striker. That's why Giroud left. That's why Tammy Abraham left, because they knew they had no future under Tuchel, either of them, right? And it's why Lukaku. We can all blame Lukaku, say he was a miserable son of a whatever, right? Which he was, right? But not without reason. And we've had this conversation, Nick, somewhere else, right? Sooner or later, a player's going to get disillusioned and paid off. And when you've got a manager saying, I'm not changing the team, right, for one player, he will get paid off, won't he? Because he's singling him out, right? You change the system, right, to accommodate your midfielders, your wingers, your striker, right, the guys you're playing at wing back, who, let's be honest, right, they're actually full backs, right, and they're accommodating the system by playing at wing back, right? And then you've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, wants to go and get some experience, and he won't let him go because he wants him to cover at wing back on the right hand side, right? There's 20 coaches who think he's good enough and who want him for a reason, right? And he's just holding players back. You know, if we don't manage to get rid of people like Pulisic, Ziyech, and all that lot, and don't forget it's 2.5 weeks now. If we don't get rid of them two, just as an example, right? What they're going to do, sit on the bench all season, and we expect them to be happy, and they'll come on once in a blue moon, right? They started like 14 games and 15 games in the league. It's not even half the games, right? And he was messing them about, playing them here, playing them there. Sooner or later, the players are going to get sick of it. Now, certified, yeah, it is certified, isn't it? Certified said he doesn't want people to start criticising Sterling, right? And I agree, but that's what they're going to do. You can guarantee that's what they're going to do, right? I've said it on countless YouTube channels, in the live chats and that. I've said it on Facebook, right? This time next season, we're going to be blaming the players again, right? They're not doing this, they're not doing that, right? He's not going to score 20 goals. He's not a striker, right? He's not even a proper false nine, right? And he's playing him out of position again. And look at the way he was talking about Gallagher, right, the other day on the app. It's plainly obvious by what he said. That he said he's going to compete with Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho, which means he sees him as a defensive mid, right? I've had enough of it. You want a defensive mid? Go and buy one. You got money being spent left, right, and centre, right? Go and buy a defensive mid. He keeps saying midfield's not our problem because he views everybody, right, as a potential defensive mid. You're wasting Gallagher by having him as a defensive mid. You're wasting his talent, his abilities, right, and his strengths. You're wasting him, And that's how he's talking about him, right? He keeps talking about defenders and striker. Yeah, we need another defender, right? Why? Because he won't trust Ampadu, right? So we need another defender, maybe two. We need a striker, but any striker he gets isn't going to play as a target man. He isn't going to be a number 9. He isn't going to be a striker. He's going to be playing at the top of a 3 with 2 people playing as inside forwards just behind him and centrally. And that's why we only had 3 shots on goal, because we don't spread defences. We don't pull them out wide by using the wingers to pull them out wide and then allow the wing backs to become inverted, right? Which is where Reece was. He'd become inverted and not managed to get inside when he scored, right? And we don't do enough of that. Like I mentioned it last night, the 2 goals he got at Newcastle were because the wingers went out wide, dragged defenders out, and it allowed Reece to come inside and become inverted. But he won't have that, will he? He insists on playing 2 people behind a number 9 or a false 9, right, as inside forwards, right? Changing the system last year, especially when we lost Reece and Chilwell, right, would have been to suit the whole squad, not to suit one man, right? So now you're going to have to accept he's in situ, he's in charge, right? He makes a decision. He decides which players we get. The guy doesn't think we've got problems in midfield. Well, we have now, haven't we? Because we've got 2 of them injured, right? I don't know what's the matter with Kovacic, but I don't think Kante is going to be back anytime soon. So we have got a problem in midfield now, right? Luckily, Ampadu's there. And no disrespect to Gallagher, Ampadu would make a better DM than Gallagher. Ampadu would make a better DM than Ruben Loftus-Cheek, right? And he's stronger and sounder, right, than Jorginho, especially with the other 2 being out. I want to succeed. I want to win things, right? It's just things I'm seeing repeating themselves again. They sat back, right? They were predominantly low block, central defence, right? They defended the centre of the pitch. And that's what we attacked, right? When we moved the ball to the last third of the pitch, if somebody went wide and we moved the ball quickly, that's when we looked good. When we were pulling their defenders wide. Same as last year when we played with a back 4. The commentator said to him, or the presenter, when he interviewed him before the game, he said to him, you've gone with the back 3. Last year you beat them 3 times with a back 4, right? And he said, so the guy is not changing, right? We're going to play with 3 at the back, right? And if you're playing with 3 at the back, your DMs have to be on blob. They have to do their game, right? They can't do what Jorginho did. You can go on about the Richarlison being offside or whatever, right? But he still gave possession away, which means if you think the refs are cheats, right, he's allowing them to cheat, isn't he? By giving possession. Get it away. Don't give them the opportunity to cheat you if you think they cheated you. And by the way, right, VAR was Mike Dean, right? He's retired as a ref and now he's doing VAR. So they've got 2 there, right, who we don't like. But you don't give them the opportunities. Like I told you before, Nick, right? My mate is at UEFA, right? But he's a Chelsea fan. But he's not allowed to say that, obviously. And he told me after that game, right, where what's his name scored in the last couple of minutes. He told me that UEFA will never let Chelsea win the Champions League, right? We won the Champions League both times, apart from the finals, right, where we dominated teams and we scored goals, right, and we left nothing to chance. And we have to do the same thing in the Premier League. Come up with a system that's going to put games away and not allow these refs. Right? It only takes one or two bad decisions to change the game totally. Right? And 3 attempts on goal is not enough for a possession team.
Yeah, yeah, I understand what. Let's go back. How did you want to take over? I'm just trying to bring Dex in.
Okay. Um, Stuff. Well said. You couldn't have said anything much more better than what you've said. I couldn't have said anything much better. It's just all part of the game. We're playing as if we're playing players, good players in their wrong positions. We saw what happened with playing ZH on the wing back last season. We saw what happened with Pulisic last season. Now it's kind of happening to Loftus Cheek, playing Loftus Cheek wing back. It's kind of hurts the players' mentality, to produce, like you said, if you're going for a defensive midfielder, go for a defensive midfielder. You don't just force in players into the wrong positions. This kind of thing happened. It's kind of happened. I could remember last season, most of those players were playing a false position. It really had to fuck them up mentally. Sorry for using the word F on the stream. It's kind of fucked them up. It's kind of messed them up mentally. At the end of the day, these players were not really playing to their best. We could see what happened with Vienna. Vienna went back to Lisbon. He got his first shot outside the box on target. He got it scored. We can see what happened to Lukaku. Even though Lukaku was sweating around, but within 10 minutes he got his opening goal. That shows us there's a problem. I was asking a question on Nick's pace last season. Do you think Gallagher will get a chance at Chelsea? I keep wondering where is Gallagher gonna play in this formation, in this Tuchel formation, to be to like, let's just say Gallagher is will be possibly sent on loan. If we're getting a defensive midfielder this season, then I'm certain Gallagher will surely be sent on loan again. In this kind of formation, it doesn't really give room for for much attacking force. That is why we are finding it difficult to bring in the likes of attacking midfielder, the likes of De Jong. If De Jong comes in, he might find it a little uncomfortable. But the problem I'm having is Jorginho has been inconsistent for long. I saw him make a pass towards was it Sterling, a sweet towards Loftus Cheek, a sweet pass. If we could be making such passes, it's just a game changer. It's just a game changer. But still, we're still lacking that that final thought, that final pass out of the ball. I just hope things get better, as the season weighs down. I'm not blaming Tuchel for his system or his style of play, but like Staff had said earlier on, I'm 100% with him. He said, if you need a defensive midfielder, go for a defensive midfielder. Don't turn the likes of our attackers into a defensive player. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. My worry now is what if we get a striker and the striker doesn't play well as well? Then Chelsea becomes a laughing stock for the world. We can't allow that to happen any longer. We can't allow it to happen. What is your take on we signing a number 9? Do you think we signing a number 9, the number 9 will score goals for us? That's the major problem now we're having. Who can score goals for us? Now Sterling is becoming really irrelevant in the team. Sterling can't make runs like he does anymore because he has been forced to play a false 9 role, and we can see people playing that role in this Tuchel formation find it difficult to get the ball. they find it difficult to get. They find it difficult to get except can go from the wing. Nobody wants to pass with to you in that position. You can see what happened with Sterling today. He was just isolated. He was on his own. He couldn't dribble. He couldn't move. He was just trying to. The only attempt he had was the one of Loftus Cheek, and it was bulldozed into the air. But it's just the start of the season. We would probably get and we will see more of Chelsea. But I just hope Tuchel gets it right. There won't be third chances for him after this season if he doesn't produce something good, something to work on. I'm sorry, we might be asking questions about the coach. I just hope things fall in place. Look at the money being spent. Um, the likes of Cucurella being brought in. Now it's gonna be a big problem for Chilwell as well. Fighting Cucurella for his space, but today I think Cucurella wasn't bad, but at the same time. If Chilwell was in form, can play to the best of his game, I don't see Cucurella benching him. With what I see Cucurella play today, it was a great game from him. But Chilwell at his best would do better than what Cucurella have done today. That is what I have to say. I don't know if anyone has contrary opinion or
Yeah,
wanna.
yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying, but like I said, we can't judge Tuchel. It's only two games. We would judge him at end of the season for me. Let's welcome Dex as well. Dex, can you hear us?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, we hear you. Yeah, what's your take on the game? If you saw it, did you see the game?
Yeah. No, I definitely watched it. Yeah, no, it was a very intense, good derby game to watch. Had a lot of everything that you want in a derby game. No, it was a very good game. I thought Chelsea played really well, um, and they definitely had the better possession and better chances out of Tottenham. But I've said this before about Antonio Conte sides, where if they're not winning the game or anything, then they're going to come back at some point because just the players they have and like the way that he just sets up and plays. I did think Chelsea were hard done by, in my opinion, but what they say in football: if you don't take your chances, then it's going to cost you later in the game, and that's pretty much what Tottenham did. Do you know what I mean? I thought Reece James had a really good game. I think he was the man of the match for me. He was very good, very influential. And then I think as well, there was other good performances like Cucurella had a good game and Koulibaly had a good game as well. But yeah, no, like I said, I think it's just one of those games where I think Chelsea just needs to kind of realise that if you're seeing the game out, you need to keep possession and not give it away. And I don't know what Jorginho was doing for the first goal. Like he was mucking around in the box. In any ideal world, you should be getting rid of that, or just do you know what I mean? Like instead, he just kept on like holding on to it too long. And I've said this about Jorginho multiple times. This is why I don't rate him as a footballer. When it comes to him getting pressurised, which happened to him, he will lose the football because he's one of those players where he doesn't like to get pressurised. You could argue that he had a good first half, but apart from that, you should be just getting rid of that football. You shouldn't. You got to get rid of it and clear it. And then the second goal, yeah, Harry Kane. He's the best of what he does. He's a lethal striker in the box. Great header, great finish. Do you know what I mean? And it was coming because I felt Chelsea on set pieces. I think this zonal marking, because at Liverpool we do it, but sometimes zonal marking doesn't always work, especially against physical sides and really clever players. You need to I don't know. I just think it doesn't work most of the time. Zonal marking. I'm not a massive fan of it. So, but yeah, it is one of those things. And then the whole Tuchel Conte thing. Um, I kind of like it. I think I like it when two managers they have like a heated altercation. It just adds more fuel to the derby, makes it more entertaining, exciting. But at the end of the day, at the very end, I think it was very unprofessional of them both to do that. A load of people say it was Tuchel's fault. Most people say it's Conte's, but I think they're just both to blame, because at the end of the day, you're a professional manager working at two top clubs in England, and do you know what I mean? Like, to do that on national TV is a bit embarrassing, for my opinion. But do you know what I mean? It was one of those things. They got heated. They're both passionate guys, especially Conte. Like, when the first goal they scored, Conte went absolutely mental. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you're going to get with Conte. He did it at Chelsea. He's a very passionate guy. He's a serial winner. That's why I like about Conte. I do like him a lot. I think he's a really good manager. Tuchel was a good manager as well. But yeah, like people said, like Chelsea just need to dust themselves down and just go to the next game. I think they definitely need to get a striker in, because they had a lot of chances today. Sterling had a great chance and he blazed it over the bar. But again, Sterling's not a striker. You can't be putting him in that position if he's not a striker, do you know what I mean? And he's not going to get many, he's not going to convert chances. So yeah, they need to get somebody in to get up there and score some goals. But then it's all about buying the right striker. I don't know who said it previously, but yeah, they need to get the right body in. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on the whole game, really.
Yeah, Dex. What's your take on Anthony Taylor and the two Tottenham goals? You think they should have stood?
I think the first one, I can see like why it should be a foul, but then at the same time, like, I don't know, it was hard. It was hard to see from an angle, because I think Bentancur slightly got the ball, but then I think it's the follow through. He didn't. Do you know what I mean? I think it was a bit of a dangerous tackle. So I'm a bit 50-50 on that one. But then VAR should have showed it. But do you know what I mean? I don't know where VAR was all this game. Do you know what I mean? So
for me, Anthony Taylor, he does this for us. So every time, doesn't where was he when they were pulling Cucurella's hair to the ground?
Oh yeah, no, that was literally what I was about to say. I don't think the second goal. I think that was 100% a foul. Like, anyone who thinks that wasn't a foul, it was a foul. Like, the guy's dragging him by his hair and dragging him down. So yeah, no, it was 100% a foul for the second one.
Yeah. Yes. Let's move on to before we're going to do the ratings soon. I'm trying to bring in Bobby as well. He's asking for the link. Adi, take over, please.
All right, guys. Certified. I've got a question for you. What do you think or we need to do to improve this team? Then I'll go with staff after. Certified. Are you there? Okay. Staff. I'll go with you now. What do you think we need to do to improve this team? What is left to be done? After this post game, this is gone already. What are we learned from this game? What is going forward?
Nick said you can't judge because it's 2 games. It's not 2 games, is it? It's 18 months for the same. It's not 2 games. Let's be honest. And he's not going to change. He's not going to change. If he brings a striker in, he still won't play him as a target man. He'll still play 3 up the top, right? And he'll expect your striker to be going out wide, right, and trying to win the ball out wide, and to do what the other 2 have to do as well, right? So he's not going to change. He doesn't want a striker. I'm surprised that we're being linked with Aubameyang, right? So that surprised me in itself, right? We need to start playing players to their strengths in the correct positions, right? We need to get away from this system. The system is based on the Bundesliga and on European football. A lot of European teams play it as well. But no team that plays that system has won a league title, right? For a reason, because you leave yourself open at the back, right? If you've got 3 at the back and you've got someone like Jorginho messing around, right? It wasn't just that once. In the first half, even though he had a decent first half, Koulibaly passed it to him, right? and he basically got run down, and he virtually he gave the ball away again, right? Now I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook, YouTube, where people are turning around and going, "Oh, you just wait and watch Jorginho. Now he's got Koulibaly." And the debate and the argument is that 5 years ago, when they played together, they were outstanding. 5 years ago, 5 years younger, 5 years sharper in an Italian league where you're allowed to play the ball around like that, right? If Koulibaly keeps insisting on playing those kind of balls to Jorginho, right, the cuter teams, ones with more brains, they're going to close him down and turn it over, right? Which is what West Ham did. He's not good enough anymore, right? He's not fast enough, right? He's not strong enough, right? You can maybe get away with him in the Champions League, play him in odd Champions League games, but in the hustle bustle of a derby game, for starters, right, and a Premier League game, right, when you've got a team that is going to close you down and harass you, right? He's not the man, and he's what people call a register, right? So he can't hold the ball, he can't avoid tackles, right? His one tactic is to look for a free kick and look for the foul, and he's not going to get. If you're going to say that the reps are like that, he's not going to get it, is he? They're just going to let him foul him, right? So go out, buy somebody who's strong enough, right, and who can stand up to the press, right, and even if it's only Ampadu, because we don't want to spend money on that. This is what I don't understand, right? You've got these lads who are good enough, internationals, full internationals, and he doesn't want to look at them, right? He still looks at those three, and the three of them are lightweight, whether we like it or not. I love Jorginho, right, and he's obviously stronger than not Jorginho, Kante, right? He's stronger than Jorginho, and Kovacic is the same, slightly stronger. But all three of them are susceptible to a quick press. They're not defensive mids. We need someone who's going to stand up to the press, and we need a striker who's going to be played as a striker, right? I don't know. I find it frustrating. It's not 2 games; it's 18 months, right? If I'd seen some kind of change over the last 5 or 6 months, then I'd be a bit more confident. But I told you last night 2-2. Right? I'm not bragging. I did.
No, you.
And I told you what team he was going to pick against Binoculars team.
Stav, 1 minute. Stav,
That's how I saw it.
Stav.
Well, yeah, go on.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm not interested in the compliment, Nick.
You got it right. I got it right too.
Pick the players.
Anyway,
Right?
Stav.
Go on.
Yeah, I got it right as well. By rights, it was those 2 goals. One goes, one offside. One was a foul before. You know, there wasn't goals, but the VAR, Anthony Taylor, like I said, they fixed it. So they made sure we didn't get all 3 points. And that's
that was Mike Dean, right? So I knew who the ref was going to be. I knew who VAR was, right? I picked the team because I knew he would play Reece James, right, centre back, right, because of the pace and because of their 3 counter players, right? So I picked the team, right? I picked Callum where he played Ruben, but it's too much tinkering, right? And yeah, he did okay. He changed the tactics mid-game, and he went from 3 to 4, and then back to 3 again, and occasionally 5 when we weren't in possession, right? And that's all okay, right? But we still conceded goals, basically one from a set piece and the other one by messing about in the box, right? Whether it was right, whether Richarlison was offside, He should never have got to that stage.
No,
He should,
I don't agree with him. He was offside, and the other one was a foul before. Those goals weren't goals for me. I got it right, 2-0. That's what I'm saying, 2-0. I don't care what, Anthony Taylor, he should be hanged. You know that. He should be hanged. He shouldn't be refereeing.
he's not going to be.
Let's welcome Bobby as well. 1 minute, so I'll go back to you after. Yeah, Bobby, welcome to the show.
Hi guys, hello
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I've sort of calmed down a bit now. Chelsea Spurs.
Bobby, I'm not coming down because he done it again. How many times?
Yeah, he has. But if you'd heard me before, I wouldn't have been able to get onto your platform, mate. I would have been spitting feathers. Chelsea and Spurs always riles me up. You know the history. You and Stab, how far back we go with them fools. On the pitch, off the pitch, we've never liked each other. But when we've got to play against the officials as well, that really gets me. I mean, Anthony Taylor, Mike Dean, why are they allowed anywhere near Chelsea games? There is a clear and obvious bias. He fixed that game.
And the VAR, why didn't they tell the ref, we have to look at that?
Because they're all, the whole officiating. Wasn't Mike Dean at Scotland Park?
Tottenham refereeing VAR as well. So, this.
Look, it was terrible. I know, there are many things. Our goal scoring, Mount and his missing. He's got to stop that. Havertz misses a sitter. Even Sterling missed. I don't know what to do about. This is more than just a striker problem. We're not scoring. The other players in goal scoring opportunities are not scoring. For me, the biggest positive of this game is, as I've always said, I never understand these people that say, "Oh, sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek." Ruben, when he's fit, he is unplayable. Spurs couldn't handle him. Right wing back, midfield, they could not handle him. Physicality, ball skills, everything. But even he missed the header. Oh God!
Yeah.
To me, he was my man of the match. But we're not. We got problems in front of goal.
He was the old Ruben today for me.
Ruben was a monster today.
Yeah, I mean the whole team really played well. Apart from Mason Mount, for me. I said it before. I know Mason does a lot of running, closing down, but he has to get that ball in the net. Two chances, he should have had one.
I don't know how to teach Mason how to at least hit the target, mate. Come on. I don't know, but, he hasn't got much left before that becomes the bane of his career. He's got to score. He can't be doing this. Mason fluffing chances. Havertz, okay, maybe the ball came at him too quickly. So maybe he's got an excuse. But that was a clear, obvious, open goal.
It was.
But that aside, I'm proud of the lads today. Mendy, yet again, he had a couple of really good saves. But that second goal from Harry Kane, who I can't stand either. He should have come out and taken that one, despite the pull on Cucurella's head. You know what? This is why I was boiling. Oh, that pull on his hair.
Yeah,
and Taylor is right there, Nick.
He's right there. Yeah, he saw it. It's obvious, and he doesn't want to give anything because he wants Tottenham to score. Simple as that.
I was boiling. You can understand why back in the day, a lot of the youngsters used to go to these games and end up swinging punches. It's because of people like that. It's that sort of officiating. That's what spilled over onto the touchline.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's lucky I couldn't get a ticket today because I would have been on that pitch, especially with the Tuchel and Conte going on. I would have been on there for a flash.
We're old men now, but you can see why it happens. This
uh,
is just
too much.
it's too much.
Too much. I
It's
can't
too much from these
take it.
guys.
This agenda is too much now. And
Yeah.
there's what's his name? RT put a petition out on Twitter, so we all go and sign it to get Anthony Taylor out.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I've signed
Yeah.
something. If that's his petition,
Yeah, that's
I've signed it. Where you have to drop £5 or something, is it?
you don't have to. You can just tweet it. You don't have to put a penny. You know.
I've
Yeah.
dropped a £5 in it anyway. No,
Oh,
anything.
that's all right.
We have to be heard somehow from
Yeah,
that
we have.
fraud. The
He's going
man's a fraud, complete
even
fraud.
he said it at the end. You know, this is what they do to us. He said everything correct. Tuchel wasn't at fault. He got the tactics spot on. You know, Conte didn't know what to do with it. He didn't have a clue, Conte, because Tuchel outmastered him. And so you have to see that. And I don't, I trust Thomas Tuchel. It will come good in the end. We're going to start winning, and we will get a centre forward eventually. Yeah,
Nick, we do need some more players, and do you know
yeah.
what? We do need to get this young lad. What's his name? Fofana. Yeah, we need. Look, forget the price. People keep going on about he's yeah, we know he's going to be inflated. He's got 5 years of contract. We need him. Of course, he's going to cost money. Nobody talks about the 100 million spent on Jack Grealish. That's still kicking his heels on the bench half the time for Man City. And nobody talks about the nearly 100 million on Haaland, who still hasn't found his feet. Sometimes if you have the money, look at what we do, Nick. Look at Man United spending left, right, and centre.
We have to get Fofana in, and we have to get. Is this going to be a Aubameyang, or let it be a Aubameyang?
Well, whatever the manager wants. But what I want to say, Nick, before I let others talk now, is look, Chelsea. We had 4 academy graduates on the pitch, and 2 on the bench still. We're pulling our youngsters through. Nobody else in world football's doing that. Man United, Barcelona, Real Madrid, they're all looking to buy their way out of things. Even Bayern Munich. But we're churning over these youngsters. And this is why I think sometimes the fan base, you've got to be patient. Let Brozier, let him come on, learn his trade, get into the groove. Same with Gallagher. We're giving them chances. Our squad is full of them. We deserve to buy because we're about the only top flight team that plays their youngsters. Spurs ain't got any. Who has them? Man City, Phil Foden. Wow. You know what I mean? So, I just think, the way they go on about Chelsea is just the whole anti-Chelsea thing. It gets too much for all of us. And I'll shut up now. I think I've said enough.
You're right. I mean, we had it last season. How many times with this referee? How many times? And he does it again. It's unbelievable. I hope they get him out. Just throw him in the dustbin, please. God. I'm really pissed off. I can't calm down today. I'm really pissed off. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, chaps. I'm just over angry at the moment. I can't get it out of my system. Because that was 3 points. Really, it was. Let's move. Start. Sorry to interrupt your when you were talking. Finish your point, and then I'll go to certified Andy.
No, I'm done, Nick. I'm done. Yeah, thanks for letting me on. It's good to vent a bit of steam because that game.
You want to come in, certified? Certified, are you there? I don't know where he's. Yeah, go carry on what you were saying. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm relaxed about it. Right. When I was picking the team last night and I was going for the score, I took the referee into account. Right. I knew who VAR was. So it was all part of my prediction and picking the team, which was, like I said, it's only got one person wrong. Right. So I read Tuchel's mind, not really near enough, which takes some doing. And then I took into account it was a ref, and who I was, that's why I said
That's
2-2.
what, yeah, I understand that. But I didn't. Yesterday, I didn't even think about Anthony Taylor. I wasn't even sure it was him. But when I saw him come on the pitch, God, that's my son. I was going crazy. I
No,
thought,
it was
no,
announced. Was
huh?
announced on Tuesday.
I know.
Been
I
out.
didn't, realize. Honestly, yeah.
I
Uh,
knew, I knew that my thing was the VAR as well. They
yeah,
all came out on Tuesday.
unbelievable, man.
But you're wasting your time with a petition. I think I'll start another one and get used to drop £1 each, not a
Yeah,
fiver, because I don't want to be greedy, right? And
yeah,
then because there was one last year, and they didn't take any notice, right? In fact, once the petition went in last year, right, they started giving him more of our games. So they're not going to take any notice of any petition. They couldn't care less.
try something. We try. We have to do something. If it doesn't work, we still have to try.
Now
Just
we've
to,
done it before.
yeah.
So
I mean, every Chelsea fan at the bridge watching the game on TV today, they must, we're all gutted because the team deserved to win, and we did win by rights. But Anthony Taylor and his VAR, that little Tottenham fan up there, made sure we didn't get the 3 points. Simple as that. Yeah, Dex, welcome back. Adi, you want to add anything? Adi?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of disappointing, when you
Very.
feel you're robbed. Daylight robbery. That's what I'll call it. You know, it was obvious. Even people who weren't in the match, weren't on the pitch, could easily, see it. I saw it before the replay, and I felt, oh, thank God it's a foul. We're gonna get a free kick. Until I see Anthony Taylor pointing to the corner. It's so sad when this kind of things happen in football, and you claim you have a technology to curb all these fraud. It's obvious there's something FA is getting from protecting this kind of corrupt practices. If it were in Africa, I wouldn't be surprised. I would say perhaps people tend to say Africans are known to be this, but this is a first world country. Home of civilization, a country that colonized even the Americans. It's so sad. These things could happen here. The best league in the whole world. This kind of things happening consistently. This gives us a good reason why we've not been seeing much of England
And,
referees in World Cup and in
yeah.
Champions League.
And another thing is, you can see if you were
Yeah,
watching Sky Sports, we were watching on Sky, and you see the comments made by what's his name, that Sky Sports on the panel talking to Graham Souness and what's the name, Carney, and
Yeah,
you
why
can
did they
see
put
what he,
poor Karen Carney
yeah,
up
yeah,
against those two
yeah,
muppets?
and you
She
see what
doesn't
that
stand a chance.
Bobby, you see what he said. What's his name? I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
it wasn't a
He was
foul.
smiling. He said, "This is what we want to see. Great entertainment." You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I did.
you because
I did watch him say
they
such.
if it was Tottenham getting robbed, it'd be a different story. It'd be a
Yeah,
different story.
Or if that
I-
foul against Havertz was against a
Yeah.
Liverpool player,
Oh,
we wouldn't hear the end of it.
exactly. That's why I'm really pissed off. Really pissed off today. It's unbelievable. I can't digest it. Really, no, I can't.
yeah,
Anyway, let's move on. Dex, sorry, Adi, you can come back if you
yeah,
want. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
No, no. Let Dex go on. Let Dex go on. Let Dex.
Dex, yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. I
we
trouble
we-
my phone.
you can see, we're all really frustrated what happened today.
Yeah.
What do you think, being a Liverpool fan?
No, like, listen, things happen in football, right? decisions go your way, decisions don't go your way. That's how it is. Like the thing with the Premier League referees as a whole, like I don't like them as the next football fan doesn't. Like there's been plenty of occasions where like we've had decisions not go our way, and referees are given bad decisions as well. I think what they need to do in the referees in England, especially, they they need to kind of like look at them as a whole situation, and I think they need to start getting referees from abroad to come and manage in the Premier League, because it's all well and good saying, "Oh yeah, but we want English referees to referee the Premier League." Yeah, but that's all well and good. But then what about the other leagues though? Like, come on, like you don't see them having the same country referees in other leagues. Do you know what I mean? So I think they need to kind of look at the FA, especially. They need to look at the whole refereeing situation, and they need to see and as well, like what I've been hearing from people online especially is that they they want to be able to hear what the referee's saying on live television. Let us hear what the referees are saying to the players and the managers and all that, and the VAR hub, because we don't know what they're saying, we don't know what's going on. But then if we have a clear idea of what they're saying or what sways them to not give that decision, and that, then maybe it might ease the understanding a little bit. But because they're not able to do it because the referees are worried that they'll get a lot of backlash online. Yeah, but that doesn't matter though. They get backlash all the time on bad decisions. They get it all the time on in the. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think referees,
The best
they need to go out of the
referee.
spotlight a little bit, because I think they've been in the shadow. It's
I think you're right. I think you're right. However, in
yeah,
Chelsea's case, there's two in particular that's always against us. I've got to say, the best referee I have ever seen in my life, apart from that bald-headed bloke, the Italian, I always forget his name, that's retired now,
Yeah,
was the
he's
guy that did the Chelsea Man City Champions League final. And not
yeah,
just because he did a final that we won, I've seen him referee other big games, and the bloke is excellent. He really is. But what we're getting from Anthony Taylor and Mike Dean is totally unacceptable.
yeah,
It's constant, it's repetitious, and it needs to be changed. And I think you're right. They should perhaps do a rotation of all the top European clubs, the referees in different leagues coming to referee in different leagues. Maybe that will help.
yeah. I think it's a great point Dex made as well. And then they were thinking about this. They were talking about it not long ago. Why don't they do it? Bring in different referees who won't be biased with one
yeah,
club. Who don't support United or someone supports Tottenham or the other one. Because there is bias going on. It shows. It shows.
I think they're
I
just.
just want to. Yeah, go on,
Oh,
Dex.
sorry.
Yeah,
Just say, I think they're just too reluctant to do it because, again, the referees, especially, and the FA, they're very, they're just worried about getting all this backlash and all that. But then at the moment, it's happening right now though. Like, I'll tell you one referee I don't like. I don't like Stuart Atwell. He's got something against us when he referees us, especially
yeah.
on V. Like, I
He's no
can't
good.
stand.
Him. Yeah, he's no good either. Yeah, he's a bad referee, but
Yeah, can't stand him. But yeah, like they definitely need to sort the whole referee decision out. But like this is what I mean, yeah. I think there's a bit of a reluctance with certain referees not going over to the monitor, because if you watch the West Ham Forest game, yeah, look at the amount of decisions that happened in that game, and look how many times that referee that ref that game went over to the monitor and gave the right decisions, arguably. But then there was no, it didn't happen in today's game. Like, I think some referees are just too reluctant to go to the monitor. But then, what's the point in having the monitor then if you're not going to look at decisions? Like, what's the point in just listening to the earpiece? So yeah, Nick, I think you've muted yourself. You need to unmute yourself, Nick.
oh yeah, I, yeah. I watched the Forest West Ham game. It was a really good game. Forest deserved to win. West Ham, they missed the penalty, but I don't care. I don't like West Ham. We're Chelsea fans. We don't like West Ham, and the referee was good though, because he went and made the right decision every time. So why today he didn't bother even to speak to his friend up there? And his friend up there was a Tottenham fan, so we had everything against us. Ah, God. Uh, I can laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm really angry. Yes. And let's move on. I think, Adi, you want to come in before we do the ratings for the Chelsea players. Adi? Adi's not. Are you there, Adi?
Yeah, Nick. Sorry.
I said we do the ratings soon. We talked
Yeah,
about the.
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. You can start. Let's
All
start.
right.
Mendy for you.
Yeah, Mendy for me. I'm gonna give Mendy 8,
8.
8.0. Yeah.
Yeah. Staff Mendy
7.
7.
I'm feeling like I'm being
No
generous.
reason. Uh,
Right?
yeah.
Because he just wasn't commanding enough. He made 2 good saves.
Yeah.
But
2.
But
Yeah.
he should be making more saves with his height.
Yeah.
And one of them was going on the top of the net anyway.
I was saying
So but
with that before the corner. I said to my son, I hope Mendy, just gets up there and touches that ball from Kane. And look what happened. He didn't get up there and Kane scored. I was gutted, man. I wanted to see him more aggressive, in his area. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. Anyway, let's move. Yeah, 7 for you. Bobby, what do you think of Mendy?
Mendy still isn't quite himself for me. It makes me nervous. He should have come out for the second goal. However, in it all, there is hope because the 2 saves he had were really good saves. I mean, they were going to be real certain goals. So I think I'll copy Stav. I'll give him a 7,
Yeah,
which is generous for him today.
yes, he is. Dex?
I'll echo what Bobby said. I'll probably give him a 7. He made some good saves, but needs to be a bit more confident coming out for crosses and stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm going for, 7 as well. So yeah, most of us are 7, so he's 1-8, so 7. Okay, let's move to the left back, Koulibaly. Yeah,
Koulibaly,
Adi.
I'm gonna give him a 8 because got a goal and it was decent until the last minute in the game. So 8 is okay for me.
Yeah, he had a great stuff. Koulibaly.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, he was. And that goal he scored was a very good, great goal from him. Really great goal. Yeah, Bobby.
For me, Koulibaly, yeah, 8. Great goal. Probably could have had a second if he hit the ball right. Solid performance. Yeah, at the end it was a bit sloppy to have not been rugged in defence. But it's only his second Premier League game. He's a 31-year-old man. He's not what he was as young as he was, and he put in a good shift today. So 8 out of 10.
Yeah, yes. Dex.
Yeah, I'll probably agree with that. 8 out of 10. He's actually doing. He's getting used to the Prem. It's the second game in, so I think he'll just get better and better for me. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give him 8 as well. Yeah. Yeah. Let's move to in the middle, Thiago Silva, Adi.
I think I'll give him 7.5. I didn't really see much of him today. It was decent at first, I thought, but it was just kind of cool, calm, slow. At the final third of game, so 7.5 for me.
Yeah. Staff. Silva.
I'll give him a 7. I don't do half points. So I like to be nice and rounded. So
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. Understand. Bobby. Thiago. Bobby?
Where are we at? We're at Reese.
Yeah, Thiago Silva.
Oh, Thiago. Thiago Silva. Benjamin Button. Mr. Imperial. The bloke that I say should be the next Ballon d'Or winner. It's a scandal he's not even a nominee.
Yeah.
That has been one of the best footballers we've seen in the world to date. Great game, solid as usual. A man you would not believe is 38 years old. I've got to give him an 8 for sure. Solid 8 for Thiago.
Yes, what a player. Dex? Yeah.
I mean, he did have a good game, but I don't know. I feel like I think he just needs to do that tad little bit more in the big games, when he's trying to play out and get everything moving forward. So I'll probably just give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 for you. And I think it's hard to choose really because you sometimes you don't notice Thiago Silva, but he has a great game and you can't, because it's the way he thinks, his position in his everything. For me, he's unbelievable. He has to. I think I will give him, because I give Koulibaly 8. I'll give Silva 7.5 today. But he had a good game as always. For a 38-year-old, he's unbelievable. The best in the world for me at that position. Still, yeah. And let's move on to who's it next? Rich James.
Wow, absolutely brilliant today. Wow,
Yeah,
you know, last game it was just there, and today it was like the best player on the pitch. So I'm giving him 9.5. I don't know if I could give him 10. It was the best player on the pitch
your
today.
man of the match, is he?
Yeah, so
9.5. Yeah, he had a great game. I mean, he did. Yeah. Apart from that lack of marking, that wasn't just him. That was, Koulibaly, him, and Mendy. Not,
it can't be perfect. It can't be
now.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was gutted
yeah.
when I saw his face. He was gutted because he knew he could have, marked Kane, but no one did. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. For me, Rhys James. Yeah, I think he gets man of the match for me. Because I was thinking the first time with Jorginho's performance, I was thinking, oh God, Jorginho was the best man on the pitch. To that little silly mistake, which shouldn't have happened anyway, because that goal shouldn't have stand. But he should have kicked the ball out, but he didn't. But Rhys James was man of the match. I have to give him a 9 as well. 9. Yeah. Let's move on to Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
You didn't even ask me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, not me. I haven't given my Reese.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to fall. Yeah, sorry.
You're having a
Stars.
late night. You're having a late night souvlaki.
I'm supposed to be. Anyway, I said
9.
Yeah, Stars
9 man of the match.
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, Reece James, solid, showed his flexibility. Right centre back, moved to right wing back, scored a goal. 9 out of 10. Close man of the match, but I know who my man of the match is, and that's the next man coming along.
Yeah, I know that. I know. Yeah. Dex, what do you think, Rhys James?
Like I said before, I thought he was personally my man of the match. He's very energetic. He's very flexible, gets up and down the pitch.
Yeah.
And he got the goal, which was a good finish in that position for a right back. So I'll probably give him a 9 out of 10.
Yes. I said the same anyway. Let's move on to Cucurella, Adi.
Cucurella, it was. I thought he was decent at first, but Cucurella wasn't, really what I expected. He had chances to push the ball up front, but he keeps passing the ball. He keeps passing the ball. He had options to take players 1v1, but he was still passing the ball. I think it wasn't his best game. I'm giving him six. Yeah, I'm giving him 6.
6. Wow. Okay, stuff.
Yeah. I'm giving him 6 as well because he wasn't as good as he was in that 20 minutes last week. He was far back. Right, so I'm giving him 6, and I'm now going to say, right, that if Chile comes back as he was, that's going to be one hell of a battle.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the foregone conclusion. Some people think that it's going to be Cucurella all the way. I think Chile's going to give him a good battle.
Of course. So. Yeah, so guys. Okay, so
Cucurella, he played a few minutes in the last game at Everton after having less than half a training session. Then he's come on, he's had a week. He's still learning the Chelsea way. He's learning his teammates around him. He was good, he was effective, but lots of misplaced passes. Didn't have the same rhythm as the others, although he has good conditioning. But he's coming on. But in this game, he's a 6.5 for me.
Yeah. Dex.
Yeah, I think Cucurella, he was very he did well, even though he's in game in Chelsea. He had a few missed passes, but I think when he grew into the game more, he kind of got a bit more confidence on the ball, especially like playing it down the left hand side. So I'm going to be a bit more generous. I'll probably give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree with Dex here. He had a. Don't forget, he first full game for Chelsea. We can't judge him too much, but for me, he was still fast, making challenges. He wasn't scared to go in. For me, he get every player will get a 7 and up for me. Because they all played well. So 7 for me. Yeah. Let's move on to the middle now. I will start with Jorginho to get the.
You've not done Ruben yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was coming to Ruben first. Sorry. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. Yeah, Hadi, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Oh, all right. Ruben was so sweet today. It was so great. So I'm gonna give him 8.
Yeah, he had a good game. Stuff.
Yeah, I give him a 9, but still, Reece still has a slight edge. Mostly down to
Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows what I feel about Ruben. The reason I'm giving Ruben man of the match is this guy has come back from one major injury and several other injuries throughout the course of last season. To me, I believe Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because of his physicality, his skill on the ball, he can shoot, he can head, he can do everything. He is the ultimate midfielder. There's no position we've put Ruben in and he's let us down. Right wing back, he's played centre back. Today he played right wing back. He went into the 6 and he balled out. They couldn't handle him. So today, for Ruben's journey, his hard work to try and get back to fitness and his display today, I have to give him a 9.5, man of the match.
Yeah, he had a great game. Dex?
Yeah, no, I was surprised how well he played, to be fair. I know that Loftus-Cheek, he hasn't had many chances at Chelsea and he's always had to bide his time and he's done it under different managers. But I think he was actually quite good today. I was very surprised how good he was in that role. I'll probably give him an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ruben for me, he's proved everyone so wrong because, he was a great player. When he started with us, he was great. He was making those runs, scoring great goals, like Bobby said. And, so that big injury happened. We put him back a lot. It seemed, when he first came back after that injury, he wasn't the same for me. But since Tuchel started using him, right wing back in the middle, wherever he puts him, he does a job. And for me, he's getting back to his old self. What a player! I'm glad he's still with us. And I doubted him because of after the injury a bit, but deep down he was unbelievable today. And it's very hard to choose from Rich James and him, really. So I have to give Ruben. I gave Rhys 9. I have to give Ruben 8.5. Rhys just spits it because he's got the goal. Yeah, but there was not much difference between the two. 8.5 for me. Yeah. Let's move to Jorginho, Addy.
You don't want to ask me about Jorginho.
No,
I'm gonna give Jorginho 5. 5. He needs to get out of our midfield.
no, don't say that. Don't say.
It causes more problems than the good ones. He plays well. Now the next minute, he becomes so loose. He loses the ball, and
Yeah. Go carry
he
yourself.
loses the ball where he's supposed to lose the ball. It's crazy now. It's crazy. I'm giving him 5. 5. That was why he was subbed out. 5. Nick, are you there? You can unmute yourself, Nick.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've done it again. Yeah, I know. All right, 5 for you. Okay, I will come to Jorginho when it's my turn. Stav. Jorginho.
Yeah. I'm giving him 5 for the first half, even though he did make a couple of mistakes then. And he was lucky that they didn't press him and put pressure on him. Otherwise, we could have been in bigger trouble. It was made easy for him in the first half. I just don't think he has any business being in our midfield. So 5, and I'm being generous.
God, that's anyway. Go on, Jorginho. Oh, certified's back.
So is that me, Nick?
Yeah, but you, Bobby.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and Jorginho Frillo, he's the weak link, isn't he? He is the weak link. He slows down the game. He rarely contributes anything. He doesn't stamp any authority in the midfield. Kante today was mopping up and cleaning up after him all over the place. It's a sad thing to watch sometimes, but Georgie isn't cut out for the Premier League. I would just play him in Champions League games until he leaves. And he's an example as to why we need a midfielder, another midfielder. But I'll give him 5 today as well. He wasn't good.
3-5. God. Dex.
Um, I'm I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible without being too disrespectful, but I feel like Jorginho, he's like a headless chicken when he's playing in the middle of the park. Like you don't know where he's going or where he's passing to or whatever. So I thought he was, I thought he was, in my personal opinion, I thought he was bang average out of all the midfield. So um, I just gotta say, probably give him a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Got 4 5s. A certified, you're welcome back. You're back with us. We've doing the ratings. We're up to Jorginho. So what's your thoughts on Jorginho? Certified.
Jorginho was average, bang average again. I can't
Yeah,
lie to you.
what's your
Um,
rate out of 10?
it doesn't change from last week, 3.5. For the standards I set for my football club, this guy
Oh,
can't play in the midfield. He's
now,
terrible.
God, looks like I've got all the Jorginho haters here. God, God. Anyway, yeah. All right,
He's
so
not a footballer.
for me, I'll tell you the truth. For me, he's been a great player for us. You know, through this year, he's been here 3 years. He started
Under
off bad.
Sarri, yes.
Yeah, let me yeah. I just want to say, he started off bad. The fans didn't like him, but when he got going, under Sarri, we were singing that his name, ringing out of the bridge all the time because he done great. He played great games with us, and don't forget he's a Champions League winner as well. And he captained the team today. It was I thought it could be Kanti, but it was Jorginho. And first half he was well. He done well. The passes were good, but we didn't have a forward to finish them. He made some good through balls. Yeah, he's not. He can't defend as good as other midfield players. I know, but for me, he doesn't deserve a 5. He has to be a 7. That's the least I would give. Like I said, no
Hmm?
one's getting below 7. Yeah, because he had a good game. Apart from that mistake, which like Tuchel said, it's not Jorginho's fault. That shouldn't have been allowed anyway because it wasn't a goal. So for me, it's a 7 because he did play well. Yeah,
Nick, right?
yeah,
The lead up to that goal, the offside goal, that you
yeah,
want to call it offside, right?
yeah.
Still made the mistake. Doesn't matter whether you think it was a
Oh,
goal
right,
or or he should have been offside. He still made the mistake. Is that your son?
yeah, all right. He made.
Is that your son?
Yeah, that's my son.
I want to
Yeah,
ask him if you've had any Zivan here tonight,
yeah.
right?
No,
He
no.
was the back, right?
For
He
me,
had the ball played to him
I
within
always,
that.
I
Within
always
the
like
first
vaccine.
5 minutes,
Yeah,
right? Koulibaly played the ball to him, right?
I
And he
know.
nearly lost it because he was pressured. The 2 times he was pressed, he lost it, right?
All right.
Now, when I look at Tottenham, they didn't press him, so they made life easier for him. I'm just glad they didn't press him because if they'd have pressed him, we probably would have lost the game and I'd be giving him a 0,
Yeah,
right? He's getting 5 because they had a reasonable first half,
yeah,
but he
but
still
yeah, you see,
made the mistake.
wait a
Doesn't
minute.
matter whether the
Yeah,
referee got it wrong or
he could.
VAR got it wrong. He made the
Yeah,
mistake.
all right. I was saying, didn't he control his field most of the game? Tell me, he was controlling the game
You
most
know
of it.
this, Nick. They sat back, right, and they just let us do what we
We
want to
we
do.
we forced them to sit back. They had no
You
choice.
controlled that game in the first half, right?
Yeah.
Because they sat back and they didn't press him and they didn't
All right.
pressurise him.
For me, he deserves a 7.
Yeah,
I'll give.
so that's an average of 5.
I'm against all of you.
Imagine if they had pressed Jorginho. Stav, you're right, bro. Literally, imagine if they had pressed Jorginho. That's what I'm saying. When
All right.
we play teams like Liverpool
You're satisfied.
and
How do you
everything,
see the good things he does? Come on now. Why does Tuchel pick him every game if he's that bad?
oh,
You
but
can't.
I'm looking at a long-term thing. He's been doing that. He never learns. He never learns to stay calm when he's under pressure, and he keeps giving away these stupid goals.
All right, I understand that he made one mistake, but for me, overall he had a good game.
Two
I'll give
mistakes.
7 for me. Let's move on to N'Golo Kante. We have a Jorginho debate on another stream. That'd be interesting. And
I'll make you a promise, Nick. Right, I'll
yeah,
make you a promise.
go
Right,
on.
he's going to start next week against Leeds. Right,
Yeah,
he will start against Leeds because if Kante and Kovacic are both out, he's going to start.
for
Right,
sure.
and if you think Leeds are not going to press him and make him look a mug, right, I'll be surprised You need to get some blue tinted glasses. Right? Don't wear normal sunglasses. Get blue. He's garbage. He's garbage.
I'm
He
angry.
costs us more points. He costs us more points than he wins us. Right?
All right.
He's been there 4 years.
Why
He's
is
been
he? Why
He's
is
been
his name?
4 years. Right,
Yeah,
hang on. He's been there 4 years. I think he scored twice from open play, right?
yeah.
And I think he's created six goals, like assists in 4 years.
No,
He's
that's
a
not.
he's a register, right? Bobby will tell you that's what Bobby calls him, right?
Yeah,
He's supposed to be a creator as
ex-
well,
on.
right? Forget the defensive mid. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be a creator. He slows everything down. Like they nearly put, if he played every single game, I'd be falling asleep most games.
Okay.
Right? He's too slow. He's boring.
Let's see what he does again.
Facts.
All right, let's move on to Angolo.
Stop looking at everybody. Right?
Yeah.
Stop looking at everyone.
Yeah, we got Jorginho debate very soon. Adi, Angolo Kanti.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Kante 9. Kante was superb. He was just there doing the dirty works and attacking. I could see when he tried to nutmeg Son. I saw that nutmeg. It was great seeing him do that. So I'm gonna give Kante straight 9. Yeah.
Yeah, a great player, the best in the world for at his position for sure. Yeah, stuff Angolo.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 9 for his energy, because he was good at both ends of the pitch, and because he made Jorginho look good by bailing him out the crap so many times. But he's only third in the man of the match, behind Reece and Ruben.
Mhm.
Got the 9 as well.
Yeah, yeah, Bobby.
He's muted.
Sorry, I'm unmuting this sometimes. Yeah, for me, Kante 8.5. Yeah, he was bailing out Georgie a
Yeah,
lot. He keeps doing that. He's not as young as he was.
like,
I'm worried about this injury.
oh
You
god,
know, the guy that did it, I've forgotten his name now, raked the back of his
it was
uh,
like Ben.
hamstring.
What's his name?
Yeah,
Ben. I can't
sorry,
say that new player who fouled him. What's his name? Was it Ben Benacar? Ben, I can't say his name.
don't know his name now, but it's a worry.
Yeah, he's a.
Kante is a player that
Oh god,
there's no one, there's no substitute for Kante.
no.
He will always be missed, and if he's out for a few games, well,
That,
funnily enough, if we use Gallagher right, it could help us because
yeah,
Gallagher also breaks up a lot of play in there. Maybe quite not as good as Kante, but good enough.
yeah,
So Kante for me is always Kante, very much involved, certainly with the second goal, 8.5 out of 10.
yeah, yeah. Great player. What a player we've had, and we still have. Yeah, Dex, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I thought Kante was very good today. Who you're gonna get with Kante in the Chelsea side. Probably, arguably, the engine room of that Chelsea midfield for years and years. He's done it. But yeah, no, I thought he was really good today. I would like to see Kante be a bit more adventurous in the final third, but then I know that's not his sort of game. But as he played a bit more further forward than Jorginho, because he likes to sit in, I like to see Kante do like a bit more wandering in the final third, because he can do it. We've seen him a few times where he's like in the final thirds. I'll probably say I'll give him an 8 out of 10, for my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's move on to you, certified. Angolo Kanti.
Yeah, N'Golo Kante, I'm giving him a 9 because this guy's been unbelievable.
Hmm.
And also, I'm sorry that you probably hear something in the background. I don't know. Do you hear
Well, it's not.
anything in the background?
We hear you clear. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So I think Kante was the key person to our performance, driving the ball in and out. You know what I'm saying? Coming back when he needs to, recovering mistakes for Jorginho. That's what we really need. I think Kante really makes that midfield solidified, and he makes us confident that we know we'll dominate that midfield. So I'm giving Kante a 9. He always puts in, and I think him going off injured is a big worry. It's gonna
Yeah,
worry me a lot. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Because this guy, I don't see any confidence in the midfield without him. Do you get me? So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. What a player. Yeah, he has to get a 9 at least. What a player. He's unbelievable. You know, you know, was it last season? No, yeah, last season of. I heard a lot of silly talk about N'Golo Kante. A lot of Chelsea fans, how he's finished, should get him out, sell him. I always said you can't sell a player like him. He's unsellable for me. And I hope this injury is not too bad. It's hit him at the where he gets injured all the time. And let's hope he's not as bad as the last one. But yeah, for me, he's everywhere. That's he's everywhere. And what stamina for his age as well. But he's the best. Like I said, he's the best in the world even now at his position. Yes. Let's move on to the top three. Well, Adi, we start with Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, I think Ryan was a little bit off shape today. Probably he needs more support from the other two up front. So I'm gonna give Sterling 7.
Yeah, yeah. Stav.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
that,
Bobby.
Yeah, I don't want to be too harsh on Raheem. I think he did well today. He tried to make things happen. He's trying to build up relationships up front. Yeah, he missed a chance. Probably could have got a second half chance, but he was very lively. He made our forward line a problem for them today. So I'll try and give him an 8 today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Um. Yes. Dex. Sorry. Uh, Raheem Sterling, your ex-player.
Yeah. It's harder with Raheem because he's arguably he's one of the top players in the Prem, but I don't know. I just feel like in the big games, especially like when he was at City, he misses a lot of big chances, and he doesn't convert them very well. But then his overall get around gameplay was good. I've seen him try to link up with Havertz and that in the final thirds. Um, so yeah, I'll probably give him probably a 7.5 out of 10 in my personal opinion. I just think he needs to do a bit more in the final third for me.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I can agree with you there. Yeah. Certifier. Yeah. You were mentioning you didn't give Cucurella and Loftus Cheek. Yeah. You can do now. Then you can go on to Sterling after.
yeah, it won't be long. I promise you. I promise you. So
Yeah.
Cucurella, I'm gonna give him 7.5. He did well. I think
Yeah.
he was. I think he made us safe go at the back. This guy, I love this guy. When he loses the ball, he will win it back. You know what I'm saying? That energy to win it back, unlike Alonso, that's what we really need. So when Alonso loses the ball, he doesn't bother. He doesn't have that pace to go back and win the ball. Cucurella has that, and I'm so glad we brought him in because that will benefit us a lot, especially when he's coming up against the Sakas and Salah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Cucurella gives it a 7, but I still think he needs to do a bit more going forward. But I understand it's his first game starting, especially a big game. But I know he will improve. And right, I think Loftus Cheek deserves a 9 for me. His performance was unreal. I don't know
Yeah.
why he gets hated. I think he's one of our most overhated players. People need to understand this guy. This guy is, I like literally. I can't even believe he's hated. This guy is literally. He's just too
I think
good.
I don't think.
He's developing. This guy is
Yeah,
back. He's
I
back,
don't.
bro. Loftus Cheek is back.
I think there's more lovers of Loftus and haters. Really, I don't see many Chelsea fans, giving him abuse because he suffered a lot,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
coming. He was unbelievable. It
yep.
was hard to choose
Probably
with
one of the
him.
players who like to take on players.
Yeah,
You
and
see him beat about 3, 4 defenders.
exactly, that's what he's about, and he can shoot, like he used to. He will get goals. He's getting back to himself. I'm glad, really glad for that.
He start,
We
yeah. He should
we
start
can,
every game.
yeah, we're gonna need him now with Kanti getting injured and all that. Yeah, we
Yep.
will definitely need him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Go,
and for Raheem Sterling, yeah.
Sterling.
And for and for Raheem Sterling, I'm gonna give him 7 as well. He did well, I think, trying to start counters. But what annoyed me is that when he started to make runs, no one was running with him, which is what we have a problem with. When we win the ball, we have a chance to counter. Why doesn't everyone run as well? Everyone still sits back. I don't understand why everyone jogs. And I've also realized Sterling has been doing that as well. When Havertz makes a run, he needs support. Sterling jogs. But I understand it's his first. I think we should give these players more time first. I've just realized the reason Jorginho is just a different story for me. He's been there for long, but I think the players that have just come in, let's just give them time. I think this will gel. The system will gel, and yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah,
Yeah,
move on.
yeah. So you give him 7, is it? 7, you said.
Yeah, 7, 7.
Yeah, and for me, yeah, Sterling, he was all right. Really, had a good game. He could have scored that goal when they passed it to him, but he had to turn all the way around to make that shot. It's a shame. I thought he could have scored there, but he tried everything out of position, linking with Havertz a lot. I like that, and for me, he's going to improve. I can see him improving with us because don't forget he's only his second game, and yeah, I think he's going to do well. I have to give him 7 as well. Very least 7. Yeah, maybe no. I think he deserves a 7.5 actually. Yeah, 7.5. Yeah. Let's move on to Carl Havertz, Addy. Addy.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. Oh, I was
Uh,
carried away.
yeah,
Um,
Carl
about
Havertz.
about I didn't really see great spirit in him. It was just aggressive and just running. He had a good chance, which could have been the winner in the game.
Yeah,
He had a great chance. He couldn't convert it, so I'm gonna give him 7.5.
yeah. Stav, what do you think about Havertz?
7, because I don't give 0.5s, like I said.
Yeah, yeah. Bobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with everyone else. Havertz, you can see there's a great player in there, but he's got to learn how to know how to be nasty. Dennis Bergkamp was a fantastic player, but he knew how to be nasty. Dennis Bergkamp was one of the nastiest players you'll ever see. I've seen him live. I've seen him at the bridge. He will elbow you, dig you out, toe poke you, everything. But the ref wouldn't see it. Havertz needs to learn that in his game.
Yeah,
And he also needs to learn to finish now. It's getting too much. But all round, the boy's trying. You can see he's got movement. You can see he's a great player. Eventually, he will be anyway. But today is 7.
yeah. Everyone's agreed. Yeah, Dex.
Yeah, with Havertz again, like when he first came to Chelsea, I thought he was really really good. In today's game though, I don't know. He needs to kind of like. I think he just needs to put in the back of the net when he gets the chance and he falls to him. But again, like he's not really a striker. I know he's done that role really well, but again, like I think he's just better off playing in a more creative spot. So I'll probably give him a 7 out of 10 for me, probably.
Yeah, certified.
Havertz gets a 5 for me.
5.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, let me tell you something. He gets a 5 because I only saw him when we conceded and we tried to get that second goal. That's my opinion. The first half, you can't really say he was good. He frustrated me a lot. He still did Havertz things on his bad days, and nothing really changed until I give credit for him to what I rate about Havertz's game today was the attitude to go and get another goal. That's what I really loved, and he should stop, and he should be doing that from minute one. And I don't know why he started to do it as soon as we conceded, because that was the only time I saw him. I didn't see him at all until then. I'm sorry. You want my honest opinion? I'm saying so. Here you go. Simple. Aloha.
Yeah. Okay. How much did you give? Sorry, certified. What? Oh, you
I
said
gave him
5.
5.
Yeah, God. Uh, I mean, I think he deserves more than 5. All right, he missed that chance, open goal. He had to score really, but all considering how bad he was against Everton, he was much better today. Yeah, I have to give him a 7 myself. Sorry, I had to just run to get the charger. Yeah. Let's. We've come to Mason Mount, the last one, I think. Mason Mount for you, Addy.
It's, Mount. I'm gonna give Mount 6. Mount wasn't really serious today. Doesn't look much like a serious player. I think he's too confident about his position. Yeah, he needs to be challenged on that position. He needs someone to give him a competition for that position. He's too comfortable. I think we need someone who can take that position away from him while he fights to get it back. I give him 6.
Yeah. Stav.
I'll give him 7 because he played more than one position and he played more than one role. Just like Reese, just like Ruben. Whenever we change system, Mason had to change as well. So I'll give him a 7 because he had to, like I said, play more than one system. Normally, I would have given him a 10 just to change you up. You
Yeah.
didn't
So
get that, did you? You didn't get that, did you, Nick?
no, I didn't hear you. Say it again.
I said, normally I would have given him a 10 just to tease you off.
Yeah, I thought so. No, I don't hate Mason Mount. I like Mason Mount. I just, he's not getting to the next level, which I thought he would. That's the problem.
Well, he must think that his statistics improve
Yeah,
season by season. Maybe he's not getting to
I
the
know,
level
I know
that
I
you
know the
expect,
stats, but yeah, go on.
right? So
I
maybe
don't
he's
think
not reaching.
I don't hate any Chelsea player, who wears that blue shirt. You know that.
Yeah, listen, right? He started off with better stats than Lampard, right? But he's never gonna reach that level
Yeah,
because Lampard had Makelele who allowed him to go and attack. He had Jogba who set him up, and he had wingers. Wingers. The important thing is wingers who created chances, and Lampard would arrive late on the edge of the box. But he played deeper, right? Whereas Mason's playing further back. So he's never going to attain that. No, none of us are ever satisfied, are we? Let's be honest. We always want more. So,
yeah,
well, seven for today because he
yeah,
had to move around a lot. Just
yeah. He ran
just
a
like
lot. I
Reece.
know.
No, I don't mean run. I said he had to change positions.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
Right,
what's
he
changed.
was
going
playing up
on?
top. He was
Yeah,
dropping back, right, into the midfield. It's a bit like Reece did. He had to change, and Ruben. All of those three had to adjust to different positions when we adjusted systems. So, but he wasn't on the level of Ruben and Reece, so he's getting 7.
No. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Bobby, Mason Mount.
Yeah, I've always given Mason Mount a pass, really. I like Mason, he's a Chelsea boy. I like his endeavour, his heart, his love for the club, and the fact that he's always fighting. But Mason is playing football, and his position is about at least taking some chances and scoring some goals. Um, he doesn't score enough for me, and he's getting to a point in his career, especially this season, where he's slowly going to be judged by it. I don't think it was acceptable, some of those misses. He wasn't even hitting the target. So today I'm going to
Yeah,
give Mason a 6.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Dex, what do you think of our Mason Mount?
Um, Mason Mount. I think with Mount again, he's another one for me that in the big games just goes missing a little bit. I would like to see him being more effective in the big games and do a bit more, but I think he just wasn't. I just don't think he was at the races today in his head anyway. So I'll probably say 7 out of 10 in my personal opinion.
That's very generous, really. Yeah, certify. What do you think, Mason Mount?
I like Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a great player. I know he's a player in him because like this guy will fight for the Chelsea badge. He'll press. He will do everything. Like I love it. But then his work on the ball, I question a lot. But then the problem is he's not really a threat. But then you have to understand that he plays positions that he's not used to. Do you
Yeah,
feel me? But if you look at if I want to be complete, the thing is I'm an honest guy because I look at the eye test. I'm an eye test person. I like to improvise. I'm thinking about the rating, and I'm analyzing Havertz's performance from minute 1 to minute 90. Always, and I've been thinking about this rating well, and he's nowhere near a 6. I'm not even joking. I think he's a 5, average
who's that?
for me. He's
Yeah,
been average
you
for
said
me.
that
Yeah, I
for
think he's a
Havertz. You
5.
said,
Mount is a
yeah,
5 for me.
yeah, Mount's a 5. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah, coming to me,
Yeah,
I mean, I agree with you, certify. I'm going to give him a 5 because I hardly saw him. I hardly saw him. All right, he was running, but he wasn't with the ball. With the ball. And when he had a chance, he should do better by now. I know he's a great young player. He's still young, yes, and he still can improve. But Gallagher is there, ready to come and replace him, and that could happen if he doesn't improve. That's what it could really happen because Gallagher is I don't know. For me, I just see a different player. I know Mason is great, but for me, Gallagher is going to overtake him one day.
yeah.
Yeah,
And Nick, one more
that's
thing
what,
before anyone.
yeah,
The
yeah.
thing is, I think the thing is that people say they want to drop Mount. The thing is, the reason why Tuchel won't drop Mount is because say if something happens, like we draw a game or something, it's all gonna be the blame's all gonna be on Tuchel. Oh, he should have played Mount. Mount would have done this. Mount would have done that. But then logically,
Mm,
you probably would have been the same thing if we had Mount. Like that's why it's annoying. I understand that we want to drop Mount, but I don't know if Tuchel wants it. I feel like we should drop Mount for just one game at least. But then when we drop Mount, there's some coincidence that happens that we draw lose a game and we say, oh, it's Tuchel's fault. It's all Tuchel's fault. How can you bench Mount? This and that and this and that. All that
yeah.
crap. The English media will be on him. I'm
Oh
questioning how
yeah,
can you bench Mount? It's so annoying.
yeah. I mean, you're right. That's what's going on right now. But he did drop. It took him off at Everton because he was really bad. Today, all right, he done a bit more running, but for me, against Tottenham of all teams, he should have shown that, like Stav said, Bobby said, he's a Chelsea through and through, which he is, I know, but he didn't show it for me against Tottenham of all teams. He should have shown more fight, spirit, and everything. He should have shown more. Rich James showed it. Ruben showed it, but Mason didn't. That's a bad thing for me. Even Gallagher got 5 minutes on. He showed a bit of spirit and fight. That's what Mason has to improve. It's simple as that. And if you have to drop him, drop him. Tuchel mustn't get too sentimental with players, which I don't think he will. When when he thinks it's time we will drop him, he will. And let's see what happens with that. Yeah, I think we've done all the ratings. I think we all agreed that Ruben, Loftus-Cheek, and Reece James were really great today. As all the team was really. We didn't deserve a draw, but they gave us a draw. This VAR and Anthony Taylor, what can we do? I'm still angry about everything. I'm
You went
really
back on your word.
Yeah, but we have to move on. So
You went back on your
Who's
word,
everyone's
Nick.
man of the match?
Matt, sorry, for you.
Who's everyone's man of the match?
They said Addy was Addy. Who was your man of the match again?
Reece James.
Yeah, Reece James. Most of us, Reece James.
And lost to stick, but I picked
Yeah.
Reece James.
Yeah, I think we all said Reece James. I think. Am I wrong?
No, Bobby said Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, he was close. Yeah, I understand why Bobby said Ruben because he had a great.
Same. Ruben's my man of the match as well.
Yeah, are you
I'll
going
give
for
it to
Ruben?
Reece because of the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I done. I gave it to Reece because he got that really important goal, which we
Yeah.
thought he was going to be the winner, but we were robbed. What can we do?
Mine's
Anyone else?
Loftus-Cheek as well.
You went
Sorry?
back on your word. You
Who?
went back on your word. You
Why?
said I'm not giving anybody less than 7. You just gave Mason 5.
Oh God! Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did. Yeah, because
No, you can give him 5 if you want. I'm joking.
yeah, I think you're right there. He should get a 7 because
I'm being honest. I don't know how
team.
Mount gets a 7.
Yeah, I mean because the team done well. They played well. They tried their best, really. Yeah. So we can't give Mason a 5 and everyone a 7 and above. So yeah, he has to get a 7. Stuff is right as always.
Nick, can I just quickly say something?
Yeah, of course.
Just before we round up the conversation, obviously, it's our game tomorrow, Liverpool Palace. I just wanted to get your guys' predictions for that game tomorrow. So yeah,
is it at Liverpool? I think
yeah, it's at Anfield. Yeah.
Well, all right. So I'll tell you I think Liverpool going to win at least. I think 3-0 to Liverpool. Really. That's why I'm saying that. Yeah, I think Liverpool will be on it, and they're going to want to prove a point after getting that draw.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're going to show up tomorrow at Anfield. I think 3-0.
Liverpool's going to win 4-0.
4-0.
Salah is going to score, and who's going to score? Wales. Luis Diaz is going to score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff.
3-1 to Liverpool.
3-1. Yes.
Because I don't take it seriously, do I?
Okay.
3-1. Should be happy with that, Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dex is happy so far. What we're saying, but Bobby.
I think Liverpool win. I never give score predictions, but I think they'll beat Palace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it my turn? Are we doing Liverpool's
Yeah, what you think is going to happen tomorrow,
Oh,
Liverpool
okay. I
Palace?
think and my heart is saying a draw because
Ooh.
Dex, you need to talk to me about the defense. Do you think it's dropped off a little bit, considering that when it doesn't get
Mm.
great support from the midfield?
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying?
yeah, I mean the defense is a it's not looking good at the moment because uh, Kanate's out injured and so is Matip. They're out for tomorrow's game, so it looks like Joe Gomez is going to get a long-awaited chance start. I
And
mean,
Thiago as well.
yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, the defense has been it wasn't great, but then I think we will do good because Gomez and Van Dijk they were always starting together, like when we're going for the title and stuff, and Gomez was so
Oh,
like
man.
important out of
Good
defense, but
girl.
yeah, but I
I
think
don't
like
know.
yeah, I think we'll be all right tomorrow as long as we don't do anything stupid or silly like we did against Fulham and give the ball away, then
Yeah,
I think we should be
but
all
I
right.
think I think the game will be. I think you guys will win 5-0.
Okay.
5-0,
Yeah,
God.
I'm going 5-0 Liverpool, but my heart says a draw if Liverpool do not pattern and are not careful, because sometimes there can be scary moments. But I think Liverpool will actually pack them in 5-0, in my opinion. Nunes will
Yeah,
get two.
Okay. That's
yeah,
cool.
that's what I think is Liverpool. At Anfield, they're going to prove the point tomorrow because after
Yeah.
Fulham, they're going to want to play, and I'm sure they will. Like I said, I'm going 3-0.
100%. Yeah. My prediction. I think we will. I think we will play well. I think Klopp would definitely want a reaction after that Fulham game. He wasn't very happy about that performance.
Mm.
Um, I think we will get a win. I'm gonna go. I'm going to be a bit more confident in my team. I think we're going to be 4-1. I think we're going to win 4-1. I think
Yeah,
Darwin's going to get one. I think Salah's going to get two. And then I think Luis Diaz might get one as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go 4-1. But, yeah, we definitely he definitely needs to give Darwin a chance. I think he needs to start him. I think Bobby needs to rest out this one. I think Darwin deserves a chance to start.
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think you guys will concede, but
mm.
yeah,
Yeah. I think it's Liverpool's 3 points for sure. I can't see. Palace are a hard-working team, but it's going to be too much for them tomorrow. I think. Yeah.
Because Saha's auditioning for a Chelsea place, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Again. Yeah.
Allegedly.
If,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
yeah.
think we're looking at Saka. Uh,
Depending depending which newspaper you're reading,
yeah. Yeah.
or
For
which
sure.
or,
I,
or,
I,
or
I'm
which
just going to quickly
twatter.
say,
Yeah.
I was just quickly say, Nick, if we don't get anything other than a win tomorrow, and you
Oh.
end up messaging me on Twitter, just to give you an early indication that I probably won't be replying to any of your messages in about
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
sure you. Will. Yeah. I know.
no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trigger you, Liverpool,
No.
if they lost. I wouldn't
Yeah. I
trigger
mean,
you because you're a good
if
one.
if
You're a good
Palace
Liverpool fan.
if Palace do anything special, I will be tweeting, against you. I'm afraid, like I did with Fulham and Brighton.
yeah,
You understand the banter.
Well, that's
yeah,
why he told you. That's why he told you. That's why Tex said that. He
Yeah.
wants you to leave him alone.
Yeah, that's
uh,
funny. Yeah, yeah. I won't bother you too much.
no, it's fine. It's
If
all
you
it's all
lose
good.
or draw, God, you're gonna hear me
Yeah.
on tweet. Yeah.
And Dex, I got a question. Is there any more other places that Liverpool need to rebuild or like sign? Do you think he needs some more signings, or you guys are fine for the season?
Hey Nick, I sorry, I gotta go. It's
Yeah.
10 p.m. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yes. We're gonna end it now, Adi. Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, we just finished the final talk, and we
Well,
we ended
I was
it.
asking Dex something.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
Okay,
Dex.
so
If you're
yeah. Oh yes. I'll quickly answer it. Yeah, no, we definitely need to get one more signing in. I don't think we will, but anything can change. Like if there's any more injuries to the midfield tomorrow, then Klopp will 100% have to go into the market to get somebody. I don't think he'd be that stubborn to rely on youth players again. That so I think if anything happens to the midfield tomorrow, then I think a midfielder we 100% need to get somebody in. So yeah, I'll probably say a midfielder, but
Yeah,
if
that's
anything
fine.
happens, yeah.
Put some tissue in these
Yeah.
tubs so they can't
Okay,
drink someone.
chaps. I'm afraid that we have to go. We've been on air over nearly 2.5 hours. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about everything. We all a bit frustrated after the game today, but we have to
I'm not.
move on. And,
I'm not
and
frustrated.
I know you know because you got the score line right,
And
which is
virtually the whole team. Right,
yeah,
listen. I want two things to happen this week.
yeah.
Right, I want Cucurella to get a haircut. Right, I want him to get a nick so they can't pull the hair. Right, and the next time
Oh,
Tuchel's on the bench, I want him to wear baggy trousers because I can't believe those skinny things are his legs. Look like a man on stilts.
no, Cucurella keeps his hair.
oh
Sorry,
my God, yeah. Oh yeah, stuff you make me
Cucurella has to
laugh.
keep his hair. I'm sorry. If he cuts it off, he has to get
Yeah,
out.
for me, the team looks better with Cucurella's hair. It reminds me of David Luiz and in a way Cavario.
Same. He reminds me of David Luiz.
Yeah, of course. And when Luiz was on form, he was something. Yeah, keep the hair. He does him good. Makes him a better player for me.
I think David Luiz doesn't get the credit he deserves. You think he's been
No,
hated a lot. Can't lie.
at the end, he came a bit sour, but he was a great player for Chelsea. You know, great player. And yeah, what goes? He used to score outside the box. Don't forget his long range shots. Yeah, he was great, and Cucurella will become a great player for us, no doubt. I see a great player in him. Yeah, so we have to end it now, chaps. We'll be back soon again. I will let everyone know, of course. Yeah, so yeah, folks, thanks for coming, all of you, Bobby, Dex, certified staff, Addy.
Hmm.
Addy, you want to say the last words?
Yeah, just wanna appreciate everyone here. Thanks for listening. Please make sure you tell someone to like and subscribe to our YouTube page. We're gonna make sure this gets bigger and greater. We are all Chelsea fans. From all over the world. I say up Chelsea. We won today's game. Anthony Taylor can just go off and
Mm,
just. I don't want to use the F word. I'm pissed
No.
right now. All
Yeah,
right. Thanks, guys.
yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
thanks for the people who watched our stream. God bless you all. Till next time. Goodbye. Good
Thank you very
night.
much.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks, Dex, for coming as always. Always glad to have you on with us.
Yeah.
Even if you are a Liverpool fan, but we respect you.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Thanks for having
So
me on.
yeah, always. Thanks, Bobby, staff, certified, and everyone certified, Addy, of course. Yeah, so till next time, chaps, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all, and take care, and goodbye. Oh,
Music. I put on the music.
yeah, good.